So he's one of the most sought after trainers, very well known. So we actually get to give this ability to our customers and our coaches in our own living room. So Marie's going to talk to you guys a little bit about if you're doing the MM100 program, how would you start talking about this program? And because you really don't want to miss a launch because it is really important for your business. But I know so many of us are kind of transitioning from that old program. So she's going to talk to you guys a little bit about that transition, but do not talk about this program. She's going to give you some ideas on how to do that. So this isn't available in Beachbody On Demand until April. So that kind of gives you the ability to start talking about it now. And really, if people really want this workout program, they have to buy the early access to have it on their Beachbody On Demand. So if you guys didn't see already, they sent you an email with a $20 off discount coupon that you can use all of October, and it's unlimited. So this is a great way to like go back to conversations, talk about your promo code, talk about this new program, have something to offer people to start that conversation. And then $10 off completion packs all of October. So starting today, I actually sent one out yesterday and the girl's like, it's not working. And the reason is because it starts today and ends the 31st. So you have 31 days to use these two tools. And they started the promos back in July, I believe, and they've seen really great success with them. So I think this is going to be something that they're continuously going to be giving us. October 7th is the Work Super Trainer Launch Group, so the one on Facebook. So you should have gotten an email today. If you purchased the program yesterday, you should have gotten an email from Beachbody today about a launch program. So as soon as you purchase your early access, you will get an email from them telling you about the launch and how to enter into it so you can get one-on-one training with him himself. Just some other key important things to keep on the back of your radar is Super Saturday is November 3rd and 4th. So 4 weeks away. So you want to be thinking about where you're going, looking it up in the online office in the FAQ, and kind of asking your coaches what are their plans for that, because these are huge like local events that you don't have to travel far, hopefully, and they're really great to get in live. Super Saturdays are huge, so this is going to be the last one of the year. Coach Summit, you can learn more about that in the FAQ, kind of thinking about your plans ahead for that. And then just kind of put this on there about who he is, because I think the biggest thing about this program is going to be him, is actually who he is. And just raise a hand, or you can comment in the chat, who has tried one of his workouts already? Yes, okay. You can tell, like, just from his fire, like, I was obsessed. I actually did his free workout, which is another thing we're going to talk about twice, because I just loved his personality. I like the different workouts. So don't write your clients off on like, this could be the perfect program for somebody, for one of your customers, your old challengers, your new challengers. So be sharing about this, because nobody's going to hear about it unless they see you taking action with it. So just a little bit blurb about who he is. And then I think this is huge. This is like so awesome that they keep coming out with these new things for us, because it not only is increasing volume for us, but it's also just giving our clients new options, new flavors to try. So I am so stoked for this peppermint mocha Shakeology flavor. I have been thinking about the peppermint flavor going into the holidays, and I was really disappointed they didn't say that in September, but I'm not surprised that they weren't, this came when I saw this. So you can actually get these packets, and it's a flat rate for $6.95. So you can order, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, but if it's like 10 packets. And if you order, you can order up to 5 packets, 5 boxes, and it's the same flat rate. So they kind of listened to what we were saying about the shipping and stuff, and now they're giving us this option. And then anyone who has already purchased 2 or more of the pumpkin spice Shakeologies, you'll get free shipping the next time you order, a free shipping promo code when you order that peppermint mocha. So that launches November 1st, which is also something you want to start talking about and maybe gathering emails and all that good stuff so that when it does launch, you have the tools to send that out to them. Okay, so we're going to dive into tonight's topic is how to launch the work program, how to increase your volume, sales, and grow your team this Q4. So we all know that, you know, the more that we're doing things, the more that our team is going to follow in suit, right? Or the more that we're showing up, the more that we're going to attract other customers and new challengers, or all those people who are watching you on social media that ghost you or aren't like responding. They're still watching you for a reason, because they want to see what you're doing. And going into the holiday season, this has always been, coming off of the summer, always the hardest part. For 7 years, always the toughest part. And now people are back into their routines. They're ready to take action, and really they're going to be looking at you. Okay, so this is something I just came across when I was doing my personal development today. And it was just about taking action and stop procrastinating, stop watching and start doing. So do you know, I just want you guys to kind of like close your eyes or just think and ask yourself, do you know what you need to do to be successful? Raise your hand. Do you know what you need to do in order to be successful? Okay, so usually we know what to do, but really there's like one or two things that are stopping us. So if you're feeling like the procrastination, you're not sure, your belief, what the next step is, this is pretty common. And most of it is just our own selves stopping us from one little thing. So I want you guys to kind of just take these two things and stop thinking and start doing. Stop thinking and start doing. Last week when I was thinking about this program, I was like, I don't know about this program. I haven't even looked at the emails, the FAQ. Like, there's so many of us that are probably thinking that. But start taking action. And the best part about taking action is you don't have to have all the answers, know what you're doing, or believe right now that this, you know, maybe this is your program. But success comes in doing the actions to become the person that you want to become. So it becomes when you start doing the things, when you start researching, when you start making the launch groups, which Marie's going to go into, when you start diving into the FAQs or making an email and sending it out to people. That's when you start learning, and when success starts happening is when you start doing those actions. So just kind of gathering info and stuff like that and just thinking about it is not going to help you grow your team and your volume and do all those good things. So stop thinking and start doing is really the key to thinking about launching any new program. So this is kind of like my steps to launching. So number one is just learn about the program. Like, you can't share about it if you don't know information about it. So the best info to do that is in the FAQ. Just type it in, and right here in your online office, just for like some newer coaches. Oops, nothing's totally blanked out on me. In the online office, right when you go in your online office, breaking news is where you're going to see all of those things. So they have some other things in here, but you can literally learn everything about this program and have all the tools and all the resources that any top coach has just by looking at the FAQ. And that's actually how I created my emails. I just went in and kind of dug the information and kind of took it from there. So do the sample workout and share about it. Even if you're doing the other program, do the sample workout and share about it. Maybe try to do the workout program twice a week, and just share about it on your stories, on your Facebook, go live in your challenge groups. If you have a large challenge group, like an ongoing one or the current one you're doing, go live in your group and talk about it, because these are the people that are finishing this program, or they're not sure if they, or maybe they didn't start one. They're going to be the people that are going to jump into this next program with you. So make sure you're talking about it in there. Make a quick message, like your own little word message about like what the program is, your own email. So I would be happy to share. This is just a quick email that I put together, and I just emailed it to, I have Google Streak. I just emailed it to people I thought, my prospects just get the word out there that this program is and take action, because nobody leads and will do the program unless you lead first. Okay. So don't miss the launch, because these are always very successful when you kind of get on board and start sharing about it right when the heat is happening. And we don't even start this group until October 7th. So that's really, really important. Okay, so now I'm going to turn it over to Marie. Marie has some tips on her successful launch. And Marie, do you want to just unmute yourself?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, and you just tell me, like,
you can just unshare.
Okay.
And I can.
Hey
guys, so I'm so excited to share with you guys tonight. Those of you guys that don't know me, my name is Marie, and I've been a coach now. It's crazy that I've actually been a coach for about 7 years and really actively working the business for about 5. So I've definitely had a lot of successes, a lot of failures, but one thing that I didn't do is I never quit, and I just kept going, and I learned as I went. So I've also had Success Club for about 46 months in a row. So definitely belief is a huge part of this business. And I want you guys, when you leave this call tonight, I want you to take away that going from that trying, like I'm going to try, we'll see how it goes, to ultimately believing that no matter what, you are going to be successful with this launch in your own business and with your own personal health and fitness journey. One of the things that Andrea talked on really quick is she was talking about, stop procrastinating. And that is something huge that you might feel this way as a newer coach or maybe even a seasoned coach. Because I've definitely had my moments like this where I feel like I need to learn everything before I can be successful. So one of the kind of disclaimers I'm going to give you before we dive into all of this is you don't have to take all of it. Even if you take one thing away from tonight, utilize it and just keep going and know that you are going to definitely be successful. So action in this business is power. Action in this business, I repeat, is power. So you just keep going. One of the books that I read, Keith Callahan's Built to Last book, he was talking about for a lot of entrepreneurs, there's 4 main things that can help kick a business off the ground. And those things typically are, he talks about, like, if people, get in early, or they are on the ground floor, or maybe there's a new training coming up so they can kind of woo people in. 2 of the things that he talked about, the third and fourth thing he talked about were if there is a new face in the company and a new product launch. So Beachbody obviously knows what they're doing, because not only do we have a new product that's being launched, which is these awesome workouts, we also have a new face to Beachbody, which is a huge plus for us. And we need to use that for leverage in our business, to be able to use that as leverage to build that excitement and build that hype. Now, last week, guys, when I was just like Andrea, I was like, oh my gosh, like I am on day 67 of Morning Meltdown. I've got a new launch. I'm like, oh my gosh, the pumpkin spice is coming again. We're running these Dash to Diamond groups. And I was like, I don't know if I'm going to really do this one. I'm just going to keep going with what I'm doing over here. Then all of a sudden, I was like, hello, girlfriend, you are running a business. Okay, it's great that I'm doing Morning Meltdown for my fitness, and that's great, and keep going with that. But I'm also running a business. So I am going to use those things for leverage in my own business, new product face and new launch, which we have before us. So what I want you guys to do is I want you to start positioning yourself as like a badass. Like you are positioning yourself, excuse my language, as a badass. And you are launching this program, and you are looking for people that are going to help you stay accountable, and you're going to be doing it together. But you're also going to be doing a couple things that I'm going to share with you that can help you have that power, taking ownership of your business. And some of the things that I've done with Major Fail when T20 came out, and then a hell of a lot better with MM100, and now we have it down with this new program. And some of the things I'm going to share with you tonight are having a interest group for people who are interested in the program. sending them an application to apply to join your test group, right? Send them an application to apply. Now, you might be sitting there right now like, oh, so now I have to not only do this, I'm going to have to make an application and do a launch group. One of the things that Andrea and I talked about today, and I'm actually going to be sending her over the units, which I will show you in a second. She's actually going to be making a, it's kind of like a Snoop group, like a launch group that you guys will be able to put people into that are interested, right? And also, you're welcome to copy my application that I sent to people on Google Forms. I found that that was super helpful, and I'll share more about that with you in a second. So that's been really great. So I want you guys to position yourself as, you know, the person in charge, that people out there have a problem and you have a solution, right? They have a problem. The problem might be fighting anxiety, wanting to lose weight, wanting to tone up, okay? And you have the solution, which obviously is the Beachbody programs, but I want you to pull back those onion layers a little bit more. Who in here, by show of hands, has sent somebody information and they said, I've done Beachbody before? Or my friend has done that before, or I did it and it didn't really work for me. Guys, I don't care if you like, okay, Beachbody programs are the best programs in the world. I get it, okay? But like, what people really need is support and accountability, right? They need support, accountability, and they need somebody that's gonna show up and motivate them. You're also part of Team Boom, which is one of the best teams in the world. It's not like there's a lack of people to team up with, do this together, find somebody who's killing it and say, hey, let's run a group together. You know, I grew up as a competitive dancer, and when I would go across, we used to do across the floor. If I have any dancers out there and you would do leaps and stuff, I would always pick the best person in the room, right? And then I would be there, like, I would want to get close to the fire because I would want to figure out what they're doing. And there's nothing more frustrating than doing what we think is the doing, and then all of a sudden you're like, what the heck is, you know, Sally doing over there? Well, I'm going to go over there and figure it out. And then you realize that we're all really doing the same thing, but you might just be not missing something, but you might just want to take it up the next level. And that's what we're going to do with this customer launch. So, so we're positioning ourselves as a badass. We are going to talk about the application, the Snoop group, and we're going to show up. If you're not showing up, guys, and you're only showing up on the days where you kill it 2 days a week, but the other days, like your dog ran away, and then your kid got sick, and then you got in a fight with your husband, and then you took a picture of all the groceries, and then you took out all the Pop-Tarts and all that stuff and set it to the side because you got all these like healthy groceries, you need to stop doing that. You need to show up on the days where it's hard, on the days and talk about it where you had to shut the workout off because you just, I don't know, you didn't feel like doing it anymore. Whatever it is, just be real, because when you're launching this program or you're talking to people, they're gonna see, like, I don't know, maybe you guys are eating healthy 24/7 and killing your workouts 7 days a week, but I'm not. I try mostly, but just be real, because when you reach out to people, guys, and you're like, hey, you wanna get up at 5 a.m. and eat quinoa and work out really hard workouts and join my team and then post about it? No, you know, like, just be real, because that's what people need. They need somebody that's going to show up on the hard days, talk about the days that are hard, and then they're going to say, wait, she's having still results and she's still showing up and I don't have to be perfect. So wait, I want to join her. So if you want more, you're going to have to be more. More necessarily doesn't mean that you're going to have to be that glam coach with perfect eyelashes and perfect hair and a six-pack every day. Just be you and show up as you are, and 99% of people are going to be able to relate to that. This is like the second day this week I've washed my hair and I'm on a roll because I'm speaking on this call, so this isn't normal. Okay, so enough of that. You're like, show me the goods. Okay, so we're gonna go here, and we're going to go here and here and here.
And okay. I'll just say this, Marie, because I know you're probably gonna say it, but If anyone, she has her group with her team, but I have the same group created. So I will be adding my team to this. But she's going to send out this info and you can create the same thing and use the same documents for your team.
Right. So there's just like a little PDF about this, and I'll send it to Andrea, and she's going to make one for her team. And any of you guys that are on the call too, and you are like, how am I going to do this? Just team up. It's so easy. So this is, okay, let's take a step back. All right. So where do we start and what do we do? All right. So what I've been doing is we have the work. So the first thing you got to do is you got to get the work. Okay. So you got to get the work to do the work. Okay. So you get the work and you start talking about this new program that's coming out, and you start putting that hype out there. When you guys are doing invites, one of the things I've been doing is I've been talking to the people about, if they're interested, I would love to send them some info about this new program that's coming out. I'm looking for some accountability and blah, blah, blah. Whatever your current invite is, and if you don't have an invite, we can help you, craft one, and we'll talk about that later. But people are interested, so we put them in this group. And the cool thing about a Snoop group, is anybody in here ever done a Snoop group before? I know you've probably done one, Kelly, and Annie's definitely done one before. But this is a really cool group because they can kind of see what's going on. So over here in the unit, get rid of some of these people. Okay. All right. So in here, it's going to like describe everything. Like, who is this program for? Who will be doing this program? And if you guys haven't used units before, don't worry about it. You can learn that later because Annie's you can just look it up. But it's like, who is this for? The package options, and they can kind of go through it. Like, already have your workouts and supplements, brand new groups and teams, already have Beachbody on demand. So it's kind of just like a library of information for people that want to meet the trainer, learn about the trainer, the sample workouts in here. And this has been super, super successful. I'll just show you really quick one of the things. So like, who's the trainer, and then we just have like in here, and it talks about him, his Instagram, it talks about him, blah, blah, blah. Now, obviously, you don't want to go like all those people out there that are having a purse party, and all of a sudden you have 80,000 invites to like Sarah's purse party. You don't want to do that. As you're talking to people, what I say to them is, I don't know what you have planned for the last 90 days of the year, but a couple girls and myself from Instagram, we are all going to be doing this awesome new program, toning up, whatever the case may be. I don't know what the exact invite says, but toning up for the new year because, he doesn't want to feel good for the new year, whatever the invite is. And then they're like, yeah, girl, send me some information. And I send them actually an application. And on this application, I kind of got ahead of myself for a second. On this application, I Facebooked myself. I know that's so weird, but I actually, oh wait, here it is. It's already up. I like Facebooked myself the link, so I wouldn't confuse you guys. There it is. I thought I had to dig in my inbox. But so I'm like, oh, definitely check it out here. And on this application, which you can make on Google Forms, I like copy this like off of some, but like in the FAQ, like who is it, what is it about? They get to do the sample workout. And don't sit there right now and say you don't know how to make a Google form, because you just look up like on Google, how do you make a Google form, and like it shows you. It's really easy, because that was so me, like I'm not kidding you. When I started, I was like, I don't know how to do this. So, and then I just put like first and last name, email, what is your current fitness level, do you want to work out, how interested are you, blah, blah, blah. This must be one of my old ones, because I also put, please request my Snoop group on this application. See what I'm saying? So when I did that, this must be an old one. And you can make it better. Like, you can tell my skills are low. I have an assistant that makes all my stuff super pretty, but I made this one myself. But, you know, and then they fill out the application, they get excited, and they go into the info group. Now, back to the info group. The info group is awesome because in here we are going live. We are talking about the workouts. Like, we are talking about how awesome it is. We are talking about the accountability. And then we just put like all the people that ordered. We had like 4 people order today. And then we just talk about the different supplements. And it's so basic. You probably thought I was going to wow you with something amazing. But pretty much what it comes down to is make a Google form, have people apply, because then it's not like a mass cattle call. Like, you'd like them to join you and do it with you, but you don't need them. Like, we're not in the convincing business, right? So I think that it's really cool to do that. And then what you do is every time there's a new program launch or something is coming out, you have all of those people in there that were interested. And because we just had like 500 and something people in our Transform 21. And then we actually just made another one because there were some issues with that group, like the link was broken, and we're in the process of pulling everybody over. But then you just change it and you put, you know, when Peppermint Mocha comes out, we put Peppermint Mocha on there or whatever it is. So all those people of interest are actually in there. Does that make sense? And they're filling out the application. So the application has been really great because then I know, what are your goals? I see on here that you want to lose 20 pounds. Well, why do you want to lose 20 pounds? How would it make you feel if you lost 20 pounds? What are your struggles? You know, and when I'm talking to them, I ask them, well, what are your struggles? And they say, well, I struggle with food and I can't get motivated and I don't have enough time. I also tell them my struggles. Before I joined, I didn't have enough time. I struggled with accountability. I struggled with anxiety. I struggled with, you know, time, being a busy mom or a dog mom or a working woman or father or whatever the case may be. Because when you're talking to them, you want them to join you as opposed to buying it on Amazon or going back to the gym and struggling. So why do they need you? Why? Because you're offering support, accountability, nutrition, and you're freaking awesome. Because remember in the beginning, we talked about positioning yourself as a badass, right? Because you have an application, you have a new program launch, you are part of Team Boom, which is one of the best teams in the world, the best team in the world, and you're gonna kill it. Like, what else do you need? I don't know. What else do we need? I need more people. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah. So let's see what's going on in our. And I talk really fast when I'm nervous, so you might have some questions after that hodgepodge expressed.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Pretty simple. Simple and easy. Like, you don't need fluff. Fluff gives you stress.
Right. And so I'm going to create a group for my downline. If you guys have any questions for Marie, just you can put them in the chat. You can unmute yourself.
And I can put the application. I'll send that to Andrea and she can post it in the coach group. Just don't, like, obviously fill it out because like, don't fill it out or anything. But, and then all you do is you highlight the things if you don't know what to write, and then you just copy them and then you paste it in. It's super easy. So
also, do you put that, I have a question for you. Do you put that Google link in your Instagram bio?
Yeah, that's one of the things too. That's a good question, Andrea. I'll show you guys really quick. So who in here does not know how to use Instagram stories at all? Okay, if you don't know how to do it, just watch a video because you need to know how to do that. But on here, I'll like a bumped up finger on that one. I'll show you my cute finger. But if you go like on the link tree, I have like different things on here. Apply for my Girl Boss crew, I have Transform 20 virtual class because I teach that program. I'm a certified trainer for them virtually, blog site, web, newsletter, 6 weeks of the work application. So then they just click on it. I actually put this on here today, and and you can see the application that we just talked about. Now, you can make all this stuff, guys, and it can sit on your link tree forever. You have to bring people over there. You have to be talking on your story and be hyped about it. You have positioned yourself as a badass. You have an application. You have all this stuff we talked about. So you need to start talking on your story about it. Okay, like back when we started back in the day, Andrea, we had like DVDs and we didn't have stories. Like, I don't even know how we got through the fire. But basically like you can talk on your story, and then like you just kind of go through, and you can actually even screen record. Like, you could take a picture of your Instagram and then circle your link tree and put an arrow, like click on the link.
Yeah, and if you don't have the link tree, you can just use the Google Doc.
Yeah, or you could just put the Google Doc up there. If it's too overwhelming and you're like, don't even know what I'm talking about, just make a Google Doc, and then you can put that on your bio. Mm-hmm. And also, I noticed, do you guys watch people's stories and you're like, wow, they have like super cute templates and different things like that? If you really want to step it up, you can buy, like on the stories, you can kind of see, like, see how, like, these are so good on mine. I did not make those. Well, that's me talking, but you could actually buy those on Etsy for like $5, all the story templates, and then you can just write on them. And if you guys don't use Mompreneur, it's called Mompreneur VA. I pay $12 a month for that site. It gives me all of my challenge group guides, all of my recipes, and grocery lists for my challengers every week, the emails that go with it to send to them, all of the templates for my stories. It's basically like back in the day when they said like Microsoft Word for Dummies, like it's all done.
What is that called?
You're feeling like you have no idea what's going on, you could just buy that for $12 and give it a whirl.
Oh, yeah.
Called Mompreneur VA. Have you heard of that, Andrea?
Yeah.
Does anyone else have any questions?
Leanna just typed, how are you mixing MM100 and the work? Won't be able to start the work for a while, and unsure how to promote it.
Okay, so basically what I've been doing is with the work, I've been doing MM100, the Revive days, you know, like, and some of the other days. I absolutely love the program, but if you guys have been like, I'm kind of like done. And then for me at this point, like I sometimes go and run 3 miles, you know, or sometimes I'm on the floor crying because it's really hard. So just work it in, even if you do a couple moves, even if you just talk on your stories, even if you invite people to the Snoop group of a program that you're going to be doing once you're done with MM100. You want to be a master of this program, what's going on, because when people want to get fit in the new year, this is the program for them. Right? So you're building this Snoop group, you're getting those applications out there, you're finishing MM100, you're having those results. You're doing this maybe 1 day a week. You're screen recording on your phone. If you don't know how to do that, look it up. When Carl Deichler is talking to him and they're going live and you're adding that excitement on your story and you're doing this program and you're building all this hype, even if you do it once or twice a week, you don't even really need to be doing it to be talking about it and saying you're so excited because you're going to do this even going into the new year, or whenever you're done with MM100 in November. And you got to start getting those people now, right? You might get 2 or 3 in October if you're a newer coach. November, you're going to be flooded in December. Do the work now, because if you don't have that client list and doing those invites now, once everybody's saving money for like their kids, like PlayStation, whatever, they're going to be less likely to jump on board with you. But you want to get them pumped now because you're a life changer and you're a badass and you are going to crush it.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. Like you said, you can do the sample workouts and so in the emails I've been sending out, I've been sending that sample email. And it's a good way to be like, I have a free email for you free workout for you to try. Like, everybody likes something free. You're literally giving them a free 30-minute workout if they don't even have Beachbody on demand. And I don't know about you guys, just to go to a class around here, it's like sometimes $20 just to drop in. So it's like you're giving them something free. So that's something you can start to talk about too. What if they were not ready? What if we're not ready to do the work?
So this is what I'm doing. So if they're not ready to do the work, they still have Beachbody on demand. There's a million other things that they could do. So, if I have somebody that, like, if you've been a coach for a while, like, I feel like if you made it through Insanity and you're still alive, you can do this. If you did MM100 and T20, you can do this. Yeah. It's not super, super hard. It's hard, but you can do it. If they're not ready for it, then tell them the work anyway. They still get $20 off. It brings it down to $140, and then they don't do the work. They do PIO, like whatever they want to do. Right, Andrea? Because they still get. Also, I mean,
I've done this where you can also, like, there's also modifiers. Every single one of Beachbody's workout has somebody that's modifying. So if it's like you can follow him and push yourself to the max, and then you have the modifier to follow. It's like
he's using 20-pound weights, use 5.
Right. So there's always a way to modify a workout.
Or just stand there.
So just you try it, and then I don't know, a lot of people are pretty pumped that he's swearing, and there's an explicit version where he just like cusses the whole time. Like, a lot of people are actually pumped about that. So I've been talking about that, and it's kind of funny that people that are like excited about that. She said it's my favorite part. So let's see, anyone else interested in your take? Interested on your take on free workout groups? 14 days max, such as sending share a cart without purchase and running a free group with the samples provided with that membership.
I think that's a good idea, but who needs a free group? Just get them to join. Just get Like, I feel like free groups are good, but when it's free, I feel like they're less committed, and they're like, well, I really enjoyed the free. Or like when people are like, can I have a sample of Shakeology? And I give it to them, like, if they say they like it, then they're going to have to buy it. So nobody likes it, right? So I always charge people, like, that wasn't your question, but $5 or $6 if they want to try the Shakeology, so I lose nothing. You can do the 2-week free trial. They can give it a try, but I make a spa group, and we do that in our group where they have to buy Energize, Unicorn Crack, the 10 packets, 2 weeks of that, and collagen. Then we'll do free workout for 10 days.
And you always have the free workout to give them.
Then you have the free workout to give them, but free groups are, I mean, I don't want to mess you guys up. I did free for years. So.
Yeah. Okay. Does anyone else have any other questions?
But you could do like a self-love mini challenge pack. You could do that too, because volume is always king. So you could do something like that for people that just aren't quite ready with the 2-week workouts, maybe a thing of pumpkin spice and some collagen. But then they might as well just get in, because the goal is they want to be coaches, right? So keep the main thing, get confused.
All right, so what we're gonna do for you guys is Marie's gonna send me that document for her Snoop group, so you guys can take action tonight and start it. I'm gonna create one. You could ask somebody to do it with you, which will take, which is always fun to collaborate with somebody else. And then.
Is it confirmed that Colton from The Bachelor was trained by Amali Caesar?
I don't know.
But yeah.
Can we get confirmation on that? I feel like that's a big deal.
Oh, she said yes.
Wow.
So talk about that in your stories.
That's big. I think that's big stuff.
It's very the one who jumped over the wall.
He was the wall guy.
Oh, see, look, I'm sold.
He also trained one of the Lakers who had like a 3-week transformation that was like mind-blowing, that literally in the basketball world and everyone was going nuts for. So this guy's like program is like is the shit right now.
I know. I wonder if you have that photo of his before and after photo, because that's what he said was like blew him up.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, you do? Okay. Can you send
If you just look up a Molly Caesar transformation, it's gonna be the Lakers basketball player, and it'll be like literally his 3 week, and it's an awesome transformation. So, yeah.
We're gonna get that.
Yeah, I've been. I'll show you. Hold on, where is it?
That's good tips. Those are like two things that I feel like are not Beachbody related, but you could like start talking about, because every single girl in the world, like not everybody, but so many people like The Bachelor and are obsessed with it.
Yeah.
Um,
Follow him, so I feel like that's a huge name. And
then on your stories too, you would, as you're doing your stories, you would talk about like The Bachelor in it, or you could like tag like the location, like hashtag that, minimize it, shrink it away so it shows up. Friend people, well, I'm not gonna tell you my secrets on that one, but friend people on that site that are following that, follow those people, pull them into your stories.
Marie, I love how not so free your groups are.
They're just
doesn't work for free.
Hey, you want to join my free group? Okay, purchase some Energize, purchase some collagen. I'll give you the free workout, and you're good.
And you know why though? My free groups are terrible.
I know. I feel you. They got to invest.
800 people, and they're like, "What's your workout? What's in your salad? Call me later."
There's no like program to them to follow, so that's why it's tough.
Yeah.
I feel you.
I just don't know what to do without the best programs in the world. Like, I need them.
Yeah, and it makes them like at home.
Yeah, all of these too. Like, these are things I got on Etsy. It's like $5. Like, these were already made, and it talks about him being in like the NBA trainer, and there's like hundreds of them on there that all these like people make. And then you can say anybody that like signs up, they get a little decal water cup that says like the work on it. So I've got all of these.
Wow, that's all on Etsy?
Yeah.
For $12?
Yeah, so I'm not telling you for free, Chris.
But I'm not going to tell you exactly where, because you have to pay me. I'm just playing. But yeah, so definitely go on Etsy and put like Beachbody story. Like there's like
it's an app.
6 weeks of the work. It's Etsy. It's like where you buy. You probably don't know about this, Chris, but like where girls get like cute earrings and like little decals and like shirts made. So a lot of the stuff that I get, like templates and all of that stuff, you can buy them on there.
Oh. I also just Googled that guy's name, Julius Randall. If you Google and then hit images, it's all of his photos right here.
Yeah.
You can actually like save it and like share it to your stories.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
If you follow this program, you will get shredded. Guaranteed.
Yeah, this is like no joke. This guy.
Has anyone looked at the nutrition guide yet?
He's all about doing the 21-day fix, like 21 day. He's like, he agrees with the 2B and the portion controls is basically what he's saying. I haven't really looked besides that. That's what I just heard him.
An interview or something one day, didn't they, Chris?
Yeah.
They had him up there.
Yeah.
And when you guys are seeing that stuff, like, you know how to screen record on your phone, right? Just, you hit record right there, like that little button, and then you can screen record that stuff so you're not recording it to your laptop, right? You want to be professional. So you screen record like that, like, while you're watching those interviews on your phone, and then you're like, "Oh, our CEO is talking to our new trainer," and then you put it on your story or whatever, and
yeah,
so many cool things you can do. That's kind of fluff-ish, but just play around with it. And the more you do, and the more confidence that you build in yourself, and you position yourself as that leader, you're just going to flourish, and you're just going to have so much fun that going into the new year, you're just going to be glowing.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, so we are going to get all this info to you guys. I will post it in.
What are necessary? Just get one. Even if you have to do jump ups, you can do it. I would get one.
Yeah, and I believe there's sliders too. And I just from the 2 workouts I've done, like he talks about nutrition a lot in the actual workout, which I think will be good for your clients to hear too.
Yeah.
There's a package that includes like the pull-up bar, bands, like $100, which I think it's worth it. I have the pull-up bar and it's held up for like 3 years. It's awesome. And it has like everything you need for any of the other workouts that you're gonna do.
Yeah. Yeah, and a couple of the images that we have for you guys that we're going to share for that sneak group have like graphics of like the challenge pack and like what's included.
You can just find all that. Yeah, like she said, on Google Images. Like you don't need to do, if you've been a coach for a while, don't get overwhelmed. If you want to do those extra things, you can. If you're newer and you're like, forget this, I'm out, just team up with a friend. You know what I mean? Because I used to get like that when I started. It could be overwhelming. Team up with somebody, reach out to me, Andrea, whoever, and just start inviting people, and it'll all work out.
Yeah. And like, don't try to recreate the wheel. You know, use the materials that Marie is offering, that our team is working. So you know that just takes one less thing off of your plate, and now you can spend more time like talking to people, getting them in the group, getting excited about it. So awesome. Thanks, Marie.
Thank you, guys.
I will send you your money for this call after.
Marie, you always crack me up on your calls. Love it. You're always good for like a couple laughs. I love it. Bring the energy.
Awesome. Yeah. All right, guys. We're gonna have an awesome kick-ass October. All of us are gonna get ripped by Halloween.
We're all gonna be superheroes for Halloween.
No eating Halloween candy.
Let's do a flex picture.
Oh yeah, we gotta do. Okay.
Record it and say, like, let's say, like, do you want to say like do the work and then we can record it? This is all content.
Okay.
Just say boom.
Everyone do your muscle.
With your best arm.
You two laying in the bed, get your muscles out.
Come on.
Laying in the bed.
All right, what are we saying?
We're just gonna do.
Then we're gonna do the work, right?
Okay, we're gonna say 1, 2, 3, and then we'll start recording, and then.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Do the work. Ah!
All right.
Bye, guys.
That will be our boo. All right. Good night, guys.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
What do you tag me?
I will.
Oh my God, so cute.
Do the work. Mighty Malcolm.